I can tell you that I never once felt like I could call upon them if something were to happen to me. But at the time, I was thinking, yeah, these are my friends. Foolishness. Foolishness. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really up in the camera because lighting, anyway, I have so much energy, like so much energy, and we're gonna just pretend that y'all don't know that I'm obsessed with coffee, okay? We're just gonna pretend this is natural energy. Today we're gonna talk about 5 money mistakes I made when I was 23, and I call them mistakes because I mean I would be so much better off now if I hadn't made them, so I guess they're mistakes. Here's the thing about it. When I was 23, I talk about the age 23 all the time. Probably not on my YouTube, but definitely on my Instagram. And it's because age 23 was such a pivotal year for me. Now, the mistakes that I'm gonna talk about today, I wish somebody sat me down and was just like, hey, Anna, you know what you're doing, this is crap, stop doing it, and this is why this is crap. I would have really appreciated that. So today, what I'm doing is I'm doing this video in case you're 23 too, or your version of 23, and you are, looking to make these mistakes. I'm here to tell you, don't do it, run. Or probably not run, but just like, don't do it. The first money mistake that I made at 23 was I took out my first credit card and I was using the credit card without properly understanding it, understanding how it works. In my mind, yes, I understood the basic premise, which was you use the card now and then you pay it back at the end of the month. I was thinking of this like, oh, it's some sort of, like paycheck thing, like, oh, you like a bill, like a digital bill. You just, do it like that. But there are a lot more nuances to it. And what happened was, I didn't even understand the difference between statement date and payment date. I didn't understand that, for example, if you use the card now, it's not necessarily due on the 25th of the month. It's the next cycle. So I didn't understand a lot about credit cards. And what made it worse was that when I did hear about this whole cycle date, payment date and all this, guess what I did? I was like, I'm gonna manipulate the hell out of this system. I'm gonna just swipe and I know when to pay it back. You trust me. That's a horrible way, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna swipe away. You think you have it under control, and then you don't have it under control, and then it's disastrous. People don't. I keep telling you guys, people don't just walk up into credit card debt willingly. They're like, hey, so I feel like getting in debt today. Just give me some credit card debt. That's not what happens. They swipe because most times they swipe because they think that they will be able to pay it back at the end of the month, but that's not the case. At the end of the month, JPS need to pay food, if you buy all these things, they realize you don't actually have the money to pay it back. People tend to think of their credit cards when they're swiping their credit cards in the context of their net salary, but they for some reason tend to forget that your net salary is not your disposable income. So you're swiping your card thinking, I get paid $123,000, so yeah, if I swipe my card for 20 grand, it'll be fine. But you're not thinking about your disposable income. At the end of the day, your disposable income may be $5,000. So anyway, back to my reason why this was my mistake. I was just swiping away, talking about I'm not manipulating this bank, I'm manipulating the credit card. And then what happened was I completely would forget the dates, and then interest would go on, and then it was just like growing, and then I'd have to like bust my ass to do some like work hard to clear this credit card debt. So I wish somebody sat me down and explained how credit cards work, and to teach me this trick that I'm about to teach you, which is not really a trick because I talk about it all the time, which is use your credit card like a debit card, but not really. So what I mean is when you're swiping your credit card, make sure you already have the money like put on to pay the credit card. And then as soon as you swipe the card, you pay it back like almost immediately. That's what you need to do, especially if you don't have no self-control. Do it like that. Don't make it pile up. Do you understand me? The next one, my child. The next one, listen. If you're just coming out of school, for those who don't understand the padua, if you're just coming out of school, especially if you are coming out of school in a profession like law, medicine, something like that, what's gonna happen is the banks, my dear friends, they are going to literally be on your case like white on rice. Like, hey, listen, you qualify for these loans. Child, one of the biggest mistakes I made was I listened to these people and I was like, oh, I qualify for these loans, so I should probably just take them because, the payment, you know what else I used to think about it like? Let me tell you. I used to look at the monthly, they'd be like, oh, you can borrow this amount of money. So let me tell you, with my situation, they were like, oh, you can borrow $1.4 million and all you're gonna pay back is $40,000 per month. So I'm looking at the 40 grand in the context of my salary now, and I'm like, I can't afford that. All right, give it a loan. So I took the loan to go renovate my office, and let me tell you something. So now that I'm sensible, and I can tell you, having gone through the contracts and stuff, I don't have the loan anymore, but having gone through the contracts and stuff, I see like interest rates, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. They're gonna convince you to take out all these loans. Don't take out the loans. Don't try to avoid the loans. If you're not taking out loans to consolidate debt, try to stay away from, unsecured loans. Just please. Next money mistake that I made, that was just like, I made this mistake several times, guys, probably like 3 times. I said probably because I don't remember. Guys, sorry, but this piece of hairdresser, you don't know some it's not a hairdresser, and the piece of hairdresser cock up, so I try a thing and it just not cooperate. So just work with it. You see, just make sure, just pretend say everything lay down like like everything lay down like, but just come out of hairdresser chair, right? But anyway, so guys, remember telling you, this mistake I made probably 3 times, and I say probably because I can't remember exactly how many times. That's how bad it was. I see this all the time with my clients. Guys, do not use your emergency fund to start any business. No matter how you think the business shot, no matter how you think the business idea the shellest idea in your life, no matter how you think that the business idea bad, think about it. Do you think people start businesses, like put money in businesses thinking the business is going to fail? That's not what usually happens. You think the idea the baddest thing in your life, and same for me, like 3 times. I was like, yo, I have the baddest business idea ever in life. And if nobody is going to invest in me, I have to invest in myself. Facts, you should invest in yourself. However, do not use your emergency fund to do that. I'm telling you from personal experience, I would use my emergency fund to do this business, the business crash, and then real life things will happen and I don't have no emergency fund, and I'm just like starting over from scratch all over again. Guys, this is not what you want to hear, but if you want to start a business and you don't want to use a bank loan, you save that money, you save the money until you have it to put in the business. Do not use your emergency fund to do it. I made this mistake 3 times and the outcome was always the same, which is that the business crashed, my emergency fund money crashed with it. Emergency, I'm in a real life, I mean, me have to Superman it out like me a Superman, try to figure out all sorts of solutions. So just listen to me, okay? I promise it's not the caffeine making me this passionate. It's just listen to me. Please. The next money mistake that I made that I really regret, but to be honest with you, it wasn't like an intentional mistake, but I noticed that I made this mistake a lot, especially now that I'm a coach. Like, I've been coaching for about 3 years, and that's why my clients can tell you, I'm not judgmental at all. No matter what kind of fool things I do, I'm not gonna judge you, because me did probably do fooler things times 20. And this is one of them. You see, the money mistake that I made when I was 23 to probably like a good 25, was I would prefer to buy like food out the road and split it up than buy groceries. You know how much money got on the drain? And listen, especially for the last couple of years that I've known about stocks and stuff, and I understand the value of stocks, and I understand how not hard this is if you just know what you're doing and you don't need no 100,000, million thousand. I think about all this money that I just dashed on the drain. Imagine you buying some sort of food for like 2 grand. Believe this, I would prefer to like eat the 2 grand food 2 times than go to supermarket and price mart and them things and buy groceries. Which, if you do the math, you can get way more grocery with the 2 grand than 2 day worth two meal. Like, I feel like I just want to slap myself in my head back. But anyway, guys, yes, this video is a lot of patois because I'm very passionate about this topic. I'm sorry, but yeah, guys, trust me, especially if you're on a financial journey and you're serious about it, go grocery shopping and prepare your own meals. You're gonna save so much money doing this, right? The last money mistake that I made, that I'm gonna tell you the truth, it's not easy for me to admit this, but I suppose I don't have any shame these days, so I'll admit it just the same. But a money mistake that I made like between ages 23 maybe to 25 was I used to use money to buy friendship. Hear me out. I promise I'm just not that dumb. Hear me out. I do it like, say, they call me to go get drinks or something. I would be like, I got the bill, to sort of make them feel like, hey, I can par with this girl because, you know, she could buy drinks and stuff, or she know how to party. That's how I was thinking about it. And so, you know, next time when they want to go out, I know that they'd call me and I'll be like, oh, you know, these are my friends. These are not your friends. These are not your friends. They're there because you're paying for their alcohol. They're there because they know that every time they go out with you, their bill is going to be cut by 75%. These are not your friends. Let me tell you how you know your friend. The ones them who you can call to par, go river and eat $1,000 jerk chicken, full stop, and they don't mind. Or when you go out, they're picking up their own tabs. Or sometimes they treat you too. Yeah, but I used to use my money and buy friendship. Or when I go party, when I go parties and I would have a cabana, I'd be like, yeah, come sure. And they'd be just in my cabana drinking all my alcohol. And I was just encourage it because what, in the name of friendship? I don't even know where half of those people are right now. The friends that I still have to this day are the friends who I used to sit down in Chilito's parking lot with and eat that dumpling thing with, is it cheese in the middle? I forget what it is. But those are the friends that I still have to this day. So I don't use money to buy friendships anymore. Also, I used to have like lots of pool parties here and I'd invite everybody. I was like, yes, come, because I wanted to be that person. I don't know where half of those people are anymore. I don't even know. I can tell you that I never once felt like I could call upon them if something were to happen to me. But at the time, I was thinking, yeah, these are my friends. Foolishness. Stop trying to use money to buy people, okay? Trust me, it does not work at all. That's one of the biggest money mistakes that I made. When I tell you, I've thrown away so much money doing this. You know, having a pool party here because you already have the pool and it's at your yard, you're thinking, oh, yeah, not so much money. Wrong. Lots of money because you have to buy alcohol. This person don't drink rum, this person drink this. You have to buy like lots of alcohol. You have to buy food, and then they're gonna leave your place a hot mess. When I tell you hot mess, you're gonna have to, don't do that. Horrible, bad decision. So yes, guys, these are these are 5 money mistakes that I made when I was 23. I have lots more money mistakes, but I feel like, I don't know, these are the ones that spoke to me, so I'm sharing these with you. Anyway, guys, that's all I have today. Do you guys see that I have on a full face of makeup and sweats? I don't know who I'm fooling because I feel like you guys already know that this is the situation, but let's just pretend that we have a production here, okay? All right, good. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Guys, I feel like I don't even know how long I've been doing YouTube. I think I've probably been doing YouTube for 3 years. After 3 years, you think I know how to set a thing. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Yay! Okay, bye.